Hi, I found this random stone on my travels the other day. It looked a bit sad because I think people have been ignoring it, so I took a picture. I'm going to yap about Melange à d'auteur de tout, which is one of Eliot's French poems. You could probably guess that. I'll just butcher the reading of it in French first, get that out of the way, and then I'll talk about it. En Amérique, professeur. En Angleterre, journaliste. C'est à grands pas et un souhait que vous suivrez à peine ma piste, as in taking the. En Yorkshire, conférencier, à Londres, un peu banquier, vous me paierez bien la tête. C'est à Paris que je me coiffe, casque noir de jument foutiste. En allemand, philosophe, surexcite par Emporheben, au grandeur des Bergestegen, whatever that is. J'ai toujours de ci, de là, à divers coups de tralala, de demain jusqu'à Omaha. Je célébrais mon jour de fête dans un oasis d'Afrique vêtu d'une peau de girafe. On montrerait mon cénotaphe aux côtes brillantes de Mozambique. I think anybody who's French has just killed themselves, not even figuratively there, leapt off a cliff. But I wanted to read it in French because part of the problem with translations is some things are not translatable because attached to language is so much cultural history. There are certain phrases that we say that we know mean something else, like you've got idioms, but there's also things that we might say because it attaches to like the local colour of things. Like when I was in China, the name for potato was different in the north and the south because of the colour of the soil. And also people do things where you sort of mangle different words and things together. So I don't speak German. I learned it very briefly for a trip. But me and my daughter will often say ich liebe before bedtime rather than say I love you, just because it feels like it's a connection between our trip to Germany. So all that to say, there's stuff that's lost in translation. But as a non-native speaker, Eliot would have also drawn on what he knew from other languages. And this kind of, he wrote these poems in French when he had writer's block, which happens, and I have myself written a poem in French even though I'm not fluent, as a way to bypass this sort of conscious mind. But I think there's much more to it than that, but that's just maybe because I want to find things even where there's not. So the title means something like adulterous mix of everything. And with the word adulterous, then you've got a reference to the commandments. So there's some sort of like religious authority and burning bushes and people called Jethro. But I also discovered that Melange is a Viennese coffee. So that links with the Burbank poem where we were looking for something Viennese. It's half a cup of coffee with half a cup of steamed cream, topped with milk foam. Sorry, I shall continue.